do.
You have a saber ready for the segment? Ooh, and a hat. He's got, what do you call those hats, Wes? You know? Like
Oh, fuck no.
A swashbuckler.
Buccaneer.
Swashbuckler,
yeah. Buccaneer hat.
Yeah.
Glory hole hat.
Hey, I'm here for the glory hole. I'm Captain Mouth.
You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey.
Oh, yeah. Good morning and welcome to episode 1094 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, December 1st, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. Wes has volcanoes, pedos, the wrongly accused, and great news for corporate America and the cup of coffee in the big time.
All four. That's correct.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, if corporate America wins again, is it Big Pharma again, or is it somebody else?
No, this is good news for corporate America. Potentially fantastic news
For the consumers or for corporate America?
for employees in corporate America.
Oh,
Employees.
okay.
So
I thought you were just saying the rich get richer. Like, do they even celebrate it?
No, this is probably something that the super elite are very against.
Okay, perfect. Good.
Oh, okay. So that's bad news for well, we'll see. We'll get into it. Mark's got Porch Pirates and more on deck. You have a saber?
I do.
You have a saber ready for the segment? Ooh, and a hat. He's got, what do you call those hats, Wes? You know? Like
Oh, fuck no.
A swashbuckler.
Buccaneer. Swashbuckler, yeah. Buccaneer hat.
Yeah.
Glory hole hat.
Hey, I'm here for the glory hole. I'm Captain Mouth. I like to be Captain Whitebeard, if you know what I mean. Right here.
Yeah. You see, I like to wear a costume with a glory hole so nobody recognizes me.
Oh, damn, this hat's a foot long and I can't get to the hole with it on. Just going to set it down here on the dirty bathroom ground before I put it back on my head and suck your dick.
That's right.
No, it's not, Mark. No, it's not Marlon.
And I've got a very important robot update. You're probably gonna maybe need some weed for it, chill out from, because it's intense. But that's what's gonna close the show today. So, but if you store.hardfactor.com, if you want the weed shirt, the Jamaica shirt, that might chill you out too.
I do want it.
Yeah, get in there.
Want it. Speaking of not chill, Wes and I are in court while you're listening to this today.
That's right.
That's right. So Predict It, a partner of ours for 3 years, going on 3 years. They were getting shut down by the old government, right?
The IRS. Yeah.
Yeah. The government said no more Predict It, even though you were totally allowed to do this. We're going to shut you down for, bullshit reasons. So Predict It sued them. And Wes and I are plaintiffs because it's in Austin. So we are going to be dressed up in the courtroom trying to stick it to the man. Today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sticking.
Yeah. I mean, in reality, we're going to be in the back of a courtroom wearing jeans, listening to stuff we don't understand, but
we're
being in court.
We also missed out on a fancy dinner with the CEO of Predict It.
Yep. No, and so instead of chilling with John, who's a really cool, nice guy at like a very nice restaurant,
John Phillips.
You're just hanging.
Yeah.
Doing a podcast.
We missed
Last time we hung out with him, it was just shy of him offering us prostitutes at the end of the night. That's how he wines and dines you. He knows how to host.
John Aristotle Phillips. Yeah, he's the man. He's awesome. He was the wonder kid that when he was a teenager, learned how to build a space rocket and got interviewed decades ago. He's a smart guy, and he took us out. He's a member of the Soho House, I guess, and he took us out in Manhattan and wined and dined us, and Wes just mentioned. And
so you're saying
we should be in the Austin Soho House, but we didn't check our emails and plan accordingly, so we're recording.
Oh right, yeah. You guys missed the invitation.
We blew it
completely. You got it a week early, and
it's on us.
Yeah. He sent it to my personal Gmail, which is like sending it into the abyss these days. But
I mean, look, I'm sure Wes is like, right. That's what I'm saying. Who checks their emails anymore? Like
Nobody. That's true.
Yeah.
I a fair point there.
I don't want to like, rib Wes. I don't know where he's at. And I don't know if this is like triggering or whatever, but Wes is very, deep into sobriety. He goes wherever he wants now. He was at the beach trip and everything. But when you go to the Soho House, it's a little bit that might be triggering, I would imagine.
It would be tough to watch you guys pound steaks and red
gin?
wine.
Yeah, just like the nicest cocktails. Yeah.
Oh, another $200 bottle of Cab Sauv.
Yeah.
It's a great wine list. Yeah, it's a fantastic wine list. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably for the best.
Well, you guys are here, so sorry about that.
No, let's make lemonade out of it.
Okay.
I did.
Well, I mean, you're not getting. Nobody's putting a giant steak or a red wine in front of you.
I would rather be nowhere else, to be honest, because when you're in the top 1% of podcasts in Spotify in the US and 5% shared globally, thanks to Spotify Wrap Up for letting us know that and blowing our heads up a little bit. Yeah, I'd rather be here.
Made my day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even care about going out.
Being with the Hardo Hive is the best place to be. Spotify Wrapped let us know that. That's
top 5% globally. Hey, no big deal. 1%,
and thank you for everyone who's been posting, that we're your number one listened to podcast, and that's fucking great. We
keep doing it.
Seriously appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be making graphics out of it. So thank you. Yeah. Keep sending them.
Yeah. But what was the one thing that we did find out though that we
also if you haven't yet, why don't you just follow, subscribe, like 5 stars, whatever you do on your platform where you listen to this, because it's like 50% or more of people who listen to the show every day don't follow, like, or have 5 stars.
Titled on you is
subscribe.
47% of like regular listeners don't follow.
Right. Yeah. So please, if you're in that majority of people who are listening right now and you don't follow, like, subscribe, or have submitted 5 stars, please do it. Please do it.
Take your wife's phone, put auto downloads on her phone, his phone, whatever it is you're dealing with. Just as many phones as you can possibly do it to.
We'd like to crack the top 3% globally next year. So if you could help out. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or 0.1% US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's rare.
All right. Well, all good stuff. Let's do the news, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
All right, guys, I got a couple jokes for you. First off, what did the black guy say to the cop?
Not again.
Don't shoot.
He said, "Excuse me, officer, our twins moved into their dorm at Harvard today and we took a wrong turn. Can you point us in the right direction?"
Oh, you tricked us.
I mean, you didn't specify a situation.
I know. I just wanted to see where your heads were at.
Okay.
Yeah. Now,
that was a trick. That was a dirty trick.
That was a dirty trick. Next joke, a real joke. What do orphans like, or why do orphans like to play tennis?
Because you have to have another player.
It's the only way they can get love.
See, I was thinking of the song. I was trying to throw out as many tennis terms as possible.
From Gappers. Yeah. There he is in the Discord. Very beautiful. All right, let's move on. I found the volcano I'm going to toss everyone that has a bigger dick than me when I become king into, and it's in Hawaii.
You could trick them to get there, too, because they all would want to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, beautiful vacation.
Come on over. Check this shit out. It's
bring your big dick over to this Hawaiian island.
Yeah, right.
Mauna
Definitely
Loa.
not going to toss you in the volcano.
That'll melt the dick off.
I think this is like the world's biggest volcano. I know it's the biggest on Hawaii.
I read world's biggest. Yeah.
Mauna Loa hasn't erupted since 1984, and it is just spewing lava all over the place.
What, are we going to have like 3 more Hawaiian islands after this?
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, Hawaii is just definitely going to be bigger. They say that some of the fissures were consistently shooting lava fountains 164 feet into the air.
That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty cool. Again, last time
it must stink though, right? It's like sulfur smell, right?
Probably
I would imagine.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, this
sounds like your farts, Will. Check out patreon.com. Patreon.com/hardfactor.
Yeah.
Hive Hour. If you want to hear, it's historic. Yeah. It's crazy.
Luckily, remember we covered extensively when Kilauea erupted back in 2018. Luckily, this volcano, they were, they were like, hey, don't live around this fucking volcano.
Yeah,
so
people their cars were getting hit by like fireballs.
Yeah, dude, people died. I mean, people got fucked up. So luckily
that's the same one where it was sending the
that was Kilauea.
Okay.
That was Kilauea. This is Mauna Loa. And it's bigger and I guess more active, but it hasn't been active. This is the longest stint it's gone in its recorded history since 1984, but stint over. And I just happened to have some photos when I was in Hawaii shortly after Kilauea erupted, and these are pretty cool. These are lava flows that block the road where we were trying to go. I mean,
excuse. I can't make it.
Yeah, just like 30-foot tall. Here's one of me looking good with the lava flow behind me.
What happened?
Oh, I don't know how these got in here.
Oh wow. Wes, really just enjoying yourself on the coast.
I don't know how these got in there.
Man.
But yeah, no, but seriously though, look at look at how tall this lava flow is. It's 30, 40 feet tall. Just right through the middle of the road. Pretty insane.
This is all new Earth too, basically.
All new Earth. Yeah.
That volcano's keeping its prostate cleaning out the pipes.
It sure is. Yeah.
Wow, 14 14 plus 22. What is that? 36 years? You're going to need to clean them out.
Yeah, that's what it looks like when it's not active. By the way, great series on Netflix out called Earthstorm. If you haven't checked it out, covers like the Earth's biggest natural disasters. Very fascinating stuff. Volcanoes are one of them. Very cool stuff. All right, let's move on.
38 years. Whoa, that's a big load.
Yes. we had a friend. We were living at the beach, and he hooked up with a girl, and she was like, we were in our early 20s, and she was like, "Whoa, that's like 5 days worth." She knew like how she knew how much.
She's a pro.
Yeah.
That's not what you want to hear.
No. Gotta go get tested after that.
Yeah.
That's not.
Oh. Why is your sperm so unusual?
Yeah. You don't ejaculate enough, and I know exactly how many days that
was. Next up, let's check with my current obsession. I'm sure many others, the Idaho murders, and some big news, guys. They have named a suspect in the case, and it's the fucking neighbor, Jeremy Reagan.
It was right under our noses, huh?
Right under our noses. Here he is. There he is on the left. Idaho for
that guy looks like he can carve something.
Yeah. Let me clarify. The internet has named a suspect, and it's poor bastard Jeremy Reagan.
Okay.
Who is likely 100% innocent.
But put that back up. Anytime I see that outfit, the cap with like the
flannel
jacket, like that guy carries around a knife, right? Like you
think he's got a weapon? Yeah.
He knows how to hunt. Yeah, he's made comments. Now the problem with Reagan is he's given a few weird interviews on the news, and idiot, he can't stop doing interviews. He can't say no to a fucking interview is his main problem.
What?
Yeah. He's done like 5 interviews because every time the news comes, because he was the neighbor, they say, "Oh, this idiot will talk to us about it and give us the same answer." And so now the internet has associated his face with the murders, and he's a weirdo. He's socially awkward. He's self-proclaimed socially awkward. He's a third-year law student, and now they're just like, the internet sleuths are all over him. They're saying this is the guy. They need to look into this guy, and it's ruining his life.
Yeah, he's just a moron. You're right.
He didn't learn much in the first 2 years of law school.
No, he's an idiot. Like here's one video that was on TikTok where they're just accusing him as he talks.
Week or so here. Though the day that the police were called here, about an hour or two after that, an officer came by and just
questioning his timeline.
It seems like everyone that has been here for a while is just devastated by it. The last murder here was 2015, so 7 years ago. And so it's not something that happens frequently. It's not like we're in a big city where it's an everyday occurrence. So something like this is just sort of rare, doesn't happen often, so people aren't used to it. It's really odd. Because
he laughs.
I've never been this close to any sort of other like crime scene before, I guess, other than like a drug bust, like walking by a house and seeing cops with like a drug bust. That's the closest I've ever been to a crime scene. So especially one of this magnitude where I could throw a baseball from my front door to the house, it's just odd. No, I went to bed early that night. Yeah. And then I woke up.
They question his timeline.
Okay. So
I mean, look,
here's
he's
the
just
thing.
nerding out because he's a law student.
Here's
right?
the thing.
No, he
It's
just
one of
can't say
two
no.
things. He's either the killer or he has Asperger's. So check his medical records and it's case closed. It's Asperger's or he's the killer.
Yeah. He's interesting. Here's another clip as to why they're jumping on this guy, because he did
he's suspicious, dude. He's so suspicious. I don't blame the internet for being suspicious of this motherfucker.
He knows the exact date of the last murder. He's laughing about murder.
His interview was weird as fuck. Like, so he did this to himself.
He did 100%.
But I mean, like, it doesn't mean he's guilty. No, absolutely not.
You know,
100%.
the last murder, it was the neighbor.
Here's another interview he did. He's doing like big interviews with like Fox News. Check it out. This is a lot why I think a lot of people are jumping on him.
And joining us now, Jeremy Reagan, a third-year law student at the University of Idaho College of Law, who lives near the victim's house. Good morning to you, Jeremy.
Good morning.
Explain.
He's just a creepy weirdo. And he went on, you know, explaining.
He said more than just a weird good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Like that's the guy.
Yeah. Good morning.
Poor bastard.
Yeah. So because of all this bullshit and the fact that the killer is on the loose, you know, Jeremy says that now he's just packing heat because one, he's got trolls after
he
him.
wasn't before.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, Jeremy.
Yeah.
One, he's worried about these internet trolls. Two, you know, there's a killer on the loose and it's not him. And he just keeps professing his innocence.
I mean, I would be, if the guy's not caught, I would be concerned about putting my face out there for the killer to see me and being like, I'm the neighbor. What if the killer came back and killed him?
No, this is the best thing that ever happened to the killer is Jeremy Reagan. They're paying way.
Or it's him. Like, what? But I'm saying, why would Jeremy have the balls to put his face out there? And like,
Jeremy's been cooperating intensely with the police. He said he would donate any DNA. It's not Jeremy.
Right, it's not
unless he's a fucking evil genius. And a lot of times these criminals do hang around the crime scenes or like, you know, pretend to like even search for the victims, do interviews. But I was listening to the news and
he's like, do you need an actor to reenact it?
Yeah.
I've had a real interest in crime scene reenactment ever since I got into law school.
Killing.
New theories out there are it's likely like probably an incel who did this, who got rejected by one of the girls over and over.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
the criminologist today on the news said something. He was like, people are looking for the monster. They're looking for like the biggest weirdo in town and pointing the finger. But what you want to be looking for is like a guy whose behavior has really changed like completely. Someone who's acting completely different. Like if your roommate's in a bad mood, you know, call the cops on them immediately, because it's probably them.
It sucks. The murders suck, and the fact that they really have no idea who it is awful.
Yeah, and Jeremy put out one last statement.
Believe me, please believe me.
So anyway.
Accusations suck, especially.
Yeah, I mean, leave Jeremy alone. I don't. He's a weirdo that doesn't know how to act on the news, and he's doing way too many interviews. Yeah, he might. But I don't think he did it. So relax, internet. Next, let's go to California.
We have egg on our faces if Jeremy did it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did want to.
I danced the line, fellas. I accused him at least 3 times, but then said,
"No, you know who has egg on their face if Jeremy did it is the FBI, the police.
Yeah,
everyone has egg on their face.
He's been cooperating with
good point.
He's done 15 interviews.
The Fox News Today show.
Yeah.
Good point.
I'm just trying to help him out a little bit. Yeah. Moving on, let's go to California, where this headline from the Daily Mail attracted Will's attention, who then said this was right up my alley, and he's right. It's California doing yet another dumb thing when it comes to the law, and this one takes the cake. Forget letting CVS looters off the hook. This headline says, exclusive, thousands of convicted pedophiles in California are being released from prison in less than a year for horrific acts, including rape, sodomy, and sexual abuse of kids under 14.
They got rehabilitated in less than a year for child rape?
No, that's the thing, Mark, is none of them are going to rehabilitation programs either. So they're just letting these monsters out on the streets. the article said more than 7,000 sex offenders who were convicted of lewd or lascivious acts with a child under 14 were let out of prison the same year they were incarcerated. This is from Megan's Law database in California. So,
whoa. So statch rapists are just like getting no time at all.
dude, this is like rapists and shit.
Some of them are worse than that.
Some of them are way worse. Like this is like touching like your neighbor's balls, or like, you know,
like Jared from Subway,
like the guy across the street from me. Yeah, this is bad shit. Others who committed some of the worst sexual crimes on the statute books, they served similarly short sentences. 365 pedophiles convicted of continuous sexual abuse of a child spent less than 12 months in prison. 39 cases of sodomy with a child under 16, 3 cases of kidnapping, all under a year. Yeah, fucking insane. Shit. So how did this happen? Well, one, lawmakers in California are amongst the dumbest people on earth. That's step one. And when you have dumb lawmakers,
it's a good start for it to happen.
Yeah, you get dumb laws. So 2014, Proposition 47 passed, which downgraded a lot of felonies to misdemeanors. And I guess
this is the same one why people are shoplifting left and right. Right.
Proposition 57, which passed in 2016, enabled early release of non-violent crimes.
Shit! And that included sex with kids.
Yeah, I guess
that's
unless you like
violent, if you ask me.
Holy fuck!
It's insanely violent.
It's as violent as you can get. Yeah,
it's stealing someone's whole life from them. Basically.
Outside of murder one, I think it's the most violent.
Yeah, how is that not considered a violent crime?
It's extremely violent. Yeah,
that's such.
I guess the definition of violence is different for these idiots.
Not raping
someone's not violent.
I don't know if the rape is part of that particular definition.
Some of the most violent
molestation,
shit.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Also, hands and stuff. I mean, okay.
Yeah. Also,
like spitting on someone's an assault, but okay. All right.
Yeah. I know it's upsetting, Mark. Also, District Deputy Attorney John Hatami blames this guy. This is LA DA George Gascon, who supported Prop 57. And Hatami says, quote, thousands of victims are being denied justice by this piece of shit, and his group of radical prosecutors can care less. California Departments of Corrections and Rehabilitation is not even notifying the child victims and their families of these early releases either. Whoa. So they're just letting these victims...
They're not notifying the families?
No, they're just letting these victims monsters out and being like, hey, hope you don't run into them at 7-Eleven. You know what I mean?
That's fucking insane. Dude, how is statutory rape not I get maybe like if it's just statch, but if it was like,
yeah, you got to take it case by case, like 22 to 17 or whatever. 22 to 16 is, you got to take the case and look at the situation and then charge people accordingly.
But if somebody's diddling kids, that's a violent
kid diddling
crime.
There's nothing to look at there. That should be jail forever, right? That's
it's a violent crime at the least. I mean, it's a violent felony.
I think they're all violent. I mean, if it wasn't wanted by the other party, that's violent to me. And how could a kid consent? If you can't consent, then it's a violent crime because it's physical.
Is fucking insane, man.
Yeah. Crazy. Hang on one second. I'm trying to. I might not have the picture, but anyway, another stat which is crazy. So again, they're not rehabilitating these guys. They're just letting them out. Of the most common offense in the database was lewd and lascivious act with a kid under 14, committed 19,441 times, and the average time served for this crime is just 2 years and 11 months, and 7,100 of these motherfuckers were out in less than a year. So they are just letting them run free, basically. It's funny. There's a map. I don't know if I fucking uploaded it.
What are you moving to California for, Steve?
God damn it! I don't think I have it. There's a map of the the pedophiles registered in Sacramento around the state capitol, and there's 200 of them within like 5 miles of the state capital, Sacramento.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah. They have like a Jeep Wave. It's like a
it's fucking nuts.
Like a finger thing.
Nuts.
This explains a lot more. Something else we'll talk about California a little bit later that they're doing.
What, parents murdering people?
Well, it's similar.
Oh.
It's you'll hear
parents killing pedophiles in cold blood in the streets.
These pedos may be out of jail, but they got to mind their P's and Q's. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, good.
I think they should castrate them all.
Well, that might be
throw them in the volcano. You know,
throw them in the volcano. Yeah,
there might be more ways than just the volcano, guys. Is what I'm getting at.
Well, let's not end on that. Let's end to some better news in
the cream of the crop.
My son is cooking something out there, and it smells fucking good.
Smoke starts coming in.
There's a lot of garlic out there. You guys remember your corporate jobs, right? Slaving away 5 days a week in an office, jerking off in the bathroom during lunch.
Wait.
And sitting
5+ days.
Yeah,
sometimes.
wait. You said something wrong there. It was more than 5 days a week.
Yeah, no, for real. 5+ days a lot of times, especially once you moved up and you had to do like weekend releases if you did software or whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
You're sitting in rush hour at least 10 times a week to and from work. But hey, insurance and retirement is great, right?
Yeah. I mean, security, all that.
Before today, I thought to myself, yeah, I mean, it's great. Before today, I thought to myself, if Hard Factor fails, I still would never be a slave to corporate America. But my outlook is not so grim after reading this headline. Fewer hours, same pay, the 4-day work week is coming. And that's from Yahoo News, okay?
So it must be true.
And it's a story that all major networks are covering because this shit is getting legs thanks to this organization, which is the 4-day work week global foundation.
Well,
okay?
they've already been doing this in Europe.
Well,
Yeah,
they're running studies now in America, Mark.
They are, yeah. It's growing. It's getting steam. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's run by angels or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
They want to work 4/10s. It's 4/10s, right?
Exactly. Look,
No. It's 4/32. It's same amount of
4/8s.
4/8s and same pay. That's what the experiment these
that's
people
not
are
going
doing.
to go over well.
They don't want to turn everyone to a nurse. Listen to these stats. So 33 companies were challenged with over 900 employees, mostly in America and Ireland, for this 4-day work week over 6 months. Guess what, guys? It was a smash hit. Here's some key pieces.
Yeah, with the employees loving it. How is the production, though?
I'll get to that, Will. From the results from CNN, after 6 months, most of the 33 companies and over 900 workers said that they were unlikely to ever go back to a standard work week. None of the 27 participating companies who reported to a survey said they were leaning towards or planning on returning to the 5-day routine. 97% of the 500 employees who responded said they wanted to continue a 4-day work week.
Thanked them. Thanked the survey. Thanked 97% of the people thanked them. Yeah.
Right, so the employees, okay, what about the corporation?
This trial was also good for company earnings. Average revenue rose 38% of these companies when compared to the same period of last year.
Yeah, okay.
Not sure if COVID has anything to do with that. We're just going to not even mention COVID.
No, just stick with the stats.
Oh, hilarious. Yeah, it was a 2020,
38% revenue raise
Well,
when
sounds
you
like he's
go.
on the side of corporate over here. I'm liking what I'm hearing.
No, I think it's great.
Yeah.
So they also said,
go for it.
less
I'm
burnout,
not.
less insomnia, less fatigue, improved physical and mental health.
It would mean we
could
could do 4 days a week, because if we're a commute show and everybody works 4 days a week, we could do 4 days a week.
Yeah, it's true.
Damn right, Will.
I think
Absolutely.
I think it should be 4 9s, but
Yeah. So
This isn't ever going over like with the big Fortune 500 companies.
well, look, I kind of
Elon Musk is laughing at this study. He's
listen. I
wiping his ass with it.
I kind of think it's going to go the way of like legalization of weed. Like it's going to be a test in certain places. They're going to hopefully the stats of revenue and productivity continue to prove.
Right,
And
that's the
this is all in the
only way.
workers' hands. This is all in the workers' hands. If you're listening to me, it is in your hands. If your company does this
a
4-day
test.
work week shit,
Yeah.
you got to work your dick off. And because the rest of the world depends on you to not slack and
true.
produce, if
It's
not the same, if not more.
It's exactly like what we said about the steak, egg, and cheese bagel at McDonald's.
Exactly.
You have to buy it, right? You have to.
Right. It's in our hands. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I
But-
still don't have in Austin, so I don't know what's going on in Ohio and other places. But
They have to prove it. They have to prove profitability. Otherwise, there's no chance that like big corporations
I don't know.
would do it.
I hear that, but I think again it's going to go the way of legalization of weed. Not everyone's
Well,
gonna
right,
be
but
on
you
board.
make
what do
money
you
off
mean by
of
that?
weed.
Because the corporations, if they're in multiple states, they're not going to. They operate as a company. And they're not going to have their office in Tennessee work 4 days in their office in Texas.
Right.
Work.
You have to prove you can make money off
It's
of
proof. The proof's going to be in the pudding. Is what
What
I'm.
does that have to do
money.
with legalizing weed? You just don't get too high and get in car crashes? What
No.
is that?
It's like it's why people are adopting it for tax reasons and the
it. Yeah,
benefits.
for money.
Yeah,
I think the government might adopt it state by state. And if you're working for the government, your government job gets even cushier, which is great for them, I guess. They have pretty sweet jobs. But a private company, I think, is going to be tough to.
I think it's getting legs. I think it's going to be here.
I hope it is
before we know it.
I hope it is. Who owns 4dayworkweek.org? I'd like to look into that.
I don't know. No, that's not it.
Zombie virus.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think Angels run it. Yeah. One guy who was part of this the trial, he said he even stopped masturbating during lunch hour because he no longer feels he needs to, quote, get his money's worth at his job. So,
that's huge.
Yeah. Pretty big for janitors.
That says a lot.
Yeah.
It says a lot about what they're doing over there.
What if they were to identify like productivity and be like, okay, like a lot of you, this is working. Some of you are just so lazy that you're going to have to work the 5 days. And like they had like an A team and a B team, you know, like, and you just kind of like,
oh, that would actually make production amazing, because then people would always be competing to be on the 4-day team.
Everyone could be on the 4-day work team if they met a certain like, metric.
You know what? Andor. This is kind of Andor's situation, right?
That's
there.
well, I haven't even seen the show, so
You got to watch it now because
But I'm saying like you don't have to have like 10 people work the 5-day and 20 work the 4-day. It could be 30 in the 4-day or 30 in the 5-day, but you have to like prove that you're not being lazy in order to get to the 4-day thing. That could work.
The only tricky thing is does Thursday or whatever.
Jobs. I like to take my time. I do a good job, but it would be like I don't jump straight into work. You know, like
nobody goes like blazing fast unless they're like under immense pressure.
Unless
from, like, direct
unless you have this 4-day work week offered to you for 32 hours, you might. Yeah.
You might if they were like, if you fucking do good these 4 days, you get that 5th off. Yeah, you'll do good.
Yeah. So like you said, Mark, they're doing a bigger study, the same organization in the United Kingdom. They're going to release those results in February. But I'm betting that the people in Europe who already love their long vacations, sabbaticals, and
they don't work hard
maternity leave are going to love it.
That's a known fact.
What do they get? An extra 7 days off? They have so many fucking 4-day.
Oh, they have so many holidays.
Weekends.
They have like in Italy, they take off like the whole afternoon. Like after lunch, you just like you're like off until like 2 hours before dinner. Then
Israel
you're
gets
done.
like the whole month of September off. There's like all their major holidays there. You're like, I mean,
when I was working for that,
everywhere but the U.S.
The U.S. and Japan.
That's it.
And China are not going to accept this.
I was working for that. There's a company, ARM. They make like chips for phones. They're a British company.
Yeah.
And the guy, people would always be coming in like, oh yeah, I'm going on my sabbatical. I go, sabbatical? What's that? He's like, oh, just 6 months off of work, just to do whatever I want and get paid.
The company respects me as an individual.
I worked in
that doesn't happen over here. No,
I worked.
Don't get any fancy ideas, buddy.
No.
I worked in the UK for 5 weeks. So we had 2 4-day weekends when I was there.
Yeah.
2 out of 5 weeks was a 4-day weekend.
Australians also get way more than us. Look, Americans. Look, this is how it goes in America. We work our fucking fingers to the bone, and the billionaires make most of the money, but we have the biggest GDP. So that's just how it works.
Yeah. But hey, spread the word. It's got to get legs, and maybe a revolt might need to happen. I don't know. But anyway, great stuff. And that was brought to you. Yeah. And that was brought to you by our fantastic sponsor, Omaha Steaks. I've got my my final burgers defrosting in the sink right now, which I'm going to cook for dinner, or my son is already cooking them.
With some garlic
that's what smells so good.
Yeah, it might be this. It might be the fucking burgers. Omaha Steaks is seriously one of the best gifts you can give your family. Your uncle, dad, anyone who loves meat. This is probably the best gift you can possibly give them for the holidays. Shows up in a nice big cooler, just packed full of delicious meat. I mean, fantastic. What's better? Omaha Steaks is America's original butcher since 1917, and a holiday gift that's guaranteed to be loved. So again, holidays are here. What, you having trouble finding a gift?
We just told you what to get
for someone. There you go. Steak experts,
get it. Spoiler alert. You may be getting some of these gifts from me because it's just that good of a gift.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Right?
It's amazing. They've got a bunch of different gift packages you can curate for. It takes the guesswork out of all your gifting, and it makes you a holiday hero. So go to omahasteaks.com, use code Hard Factor at checkout to get $30 off your order. Again, an assortment of mouthwatering favorites: filet mignons, chilled boneless chicken, burgers. Omaha Steaks is ready to ship your order right away, so shop early and beat the shipping rush. Go to omahasteaks.com, use promo code HARDFACTOR at checkout. It's a gift from the heart, a gift that will be remembered with every unforgettable bite. Order with complete confidence today, knowing that you're ordering the very best. Visit omahasteaks.com, use promo code HARDFACTOR at checkout, and get that extra $30 off your order. Minimum order may be required.
Yeah, but you're gonna hit it because
you're gonna easily hit it.
Oh, the menu, you'll hit it so fast.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't order the petite filet.
Bacon wrapped. I don't know. Well, sticking with that holiday gift theme, it is holiday season, and even the Grinchiest amongst us probably will stop scoffing at Christmas decorations going up, lights going up, things being in stores, etc. Because, guys, isn't it December 1st today?
It is.
Fuck yeah, it is. Get your advent calendars out. It's here.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And by the way, you might hear me talking about Christmas a lot. My Christmas tree is up all year round. I've got Christmas onesies if you come to the trivia nights. I post about it online everywhere. Look, it's not a religious thing for me. It's just the spirit. I'm not trying to exclude or alienate people that are non-Christian that don't celebrate Christmas. It has nothing to do with religion for me. I embrace the holiday spirit, but I'm going to refer to it as Christmas because that's what it is. Santa Claus calls it that as well. So anyways, I digress. The point is, no matter what you call it.
Did you know the Christmas tree is not Christian at all?
Yeah,
it's pagan.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, just enjoy the holidays. Stop being, weird. Don't be weird about it. But I digress. The point is, no matter what you call it or how you celebrate the holidays, whatever, you're probably sending and receiving more packages than even normal, right? This time of year. And what does that mean?
Oh yeah.
What's it mean?
Oh, piracy.
Porch Pirates.
Oh, okay. Mark's putting on a pirate hat, and it's a nice one.
Are you prepared?
Aye, Captain Mark.
That's right. Party City fucking loves me. Yeah. More Porch Pirates. Like, for example, this guy. Unfortunately, most people don't get what happens to this guy, but let's take a look at this guy, this Porch Pirate.
What's your bitch ass shit? Oh ass nigga. I knew you been stealing my shit.
Oh yes.
Nigga,
He rigged it.
That's what your bitch ass get. And the law's on the way. Motherfucker shit on my shot.
Oh, shit. Now, that's a funny clip of a porch pirate getting Will's friend from NOLA Batman's, right? A thief getting booby trapped.
I know. I've been talking to Bat. We need to get him on. He's duck hunting, man. It's hunting season. He's like duck hunting.
Can we get him to do the package thing? Now, you have to be careful because we don't like a kid like selling cookies or whatever, picking up the package, getting booby trapped. But can we try to get a porch pirate thing? See if legality.
Yeah. I'll ask him if he's done any porch work for sure.
Sure. And most porch pirates get away with it. Usually, like, even if you some people put like shit in their packages to try to trap the porch pirates or things they don't want. I've seen videos where porch pirates come back and just like spray paint their house or break their windows because they're horrible human beings. They don't give a shit.
Because they got caught stealing from somebody and they got upset that they got caught stealing from somebody, so then they took revenge on that house.
That's correct. Well, because that's what porch pirates do. They're bad people.
You don't want to cross a piece of shit.
You don't want to cross a piece of shit. Well said. So just basically, try to get your package in as quick as possible. Also, that video may be fake. A lot of commenters saying, take a look at the smoke. So I'm going to play it again on loop with the smoke. And then here it comes. So,
oh, yeah, it's totally fake.
It's like an after effect.
He jumps off the porch. That's awesome.
That smoke might be an after effect.
It is, yeah.
But it's a great video nonetheless.
Inspired by Bat.
There's some great real ones out there.
Yeah. That's a good one. I shit myself. That guy's funny. But today, the subject of my story is the antithesis of a porch pirate. He's more like a porch Robin Hood or porch Mother Teresa. Well, there's also a clear villain in this story who is as bad as a porch pirate or maybe worse. Let's play the local news clip from Ohio to see the story of Zack Arnwine.
His fiance were driving along State Route 123 just east of Route 4 on Friday evening. His fiance saw a FedEx truck with its flashers on, and she thought it looked like the driver was throwing something on the side of the road.
When we turned around, he was already gone, so we pulled up where he was, and there was packages laying everywhere, so we decided to pick them up.
Here's a picture of Zach and his newfound packages. What'd you think when you saw the packages just sitting there?
Horrible. Like, that's something that you wish you would never see. I called every number on each box and told them that I had their package and I will deliver them to their house.
So you were going to be the delivery guy for the night. What did they think when they got the calls from you?
They were amazed. They were wondering how I got their phone number and their package, but I explained the situation, and they got their package delivered.
What did some of the other people say when you delivered their package?
Just amazed. Kept thanking me so much because they said their package was delivered, and it never was.
Roy Charbonneau was one of those customers. He got a text message from FedEx saying that his package and a second one had been delivered.
On the way home, we get a call. It's a number I don't know. And I usually don't answer numbers I don't know. But I did. And it was a guy named Zack. And he said he had our package.
When you got that call and kind of heard the story, what had happened, what'd you think?
I didn't believe it at first, But then after I met Zack and, and met him in person and talked to him in person, I believed it.
Charbonneau.
There you go. You get the idea.
Wow. Why the fuck are they interviewing everyone in front of a highway? Idiots.
That's where the packages were, Wes.
Just total amazement.
That's where the packages were dropped off. Okay?
They're too amazed.
They had to do it on the highway.
They couldn't go to that guy's house? Yeah. So some jackass FedEx driver who didn't want to do his job pulled over on the side of the highway.
He missed those packages. Yeah.
There's a delivery. Oh, there's another delivery. Just throwing them out there. And
He had scanned them as complete, and
That's
he
what's
didn't fucking drop them.
Looks like I'm done for the day, right? And then he left. And then Zach's wife or girlfriend saw this happening or sees these packages and the blinkers in the FedEx truck. So they decide to pull up behind him, collect all the packages. Then he reached out to everyone by looking on the packages and finding their contact information. And then he hand delivered the packages himself. I mean, what is this guy atoning for?
What a nice guy. Nice
What
guy.
is happening here? That's bananas.
You think he's got skeletons? You think he's got skeletons? He's making up for something? He's a good Samaritan.
No, Will, that's too good a Samaritan. Would you ever do something like that?
He just works for the amazement of it all.
Yeah, he does.
No, I would take them to a local FedEx office is what I would do.
Right?
Yeah,
exactly,
you'd probably take them into the FedEx
I'm not taking more than 30 minutes out of my day unless it's for a lost pet that I need to return, right? Like if I stumble upon a dog with a collar or, a loose cat and there's a sign, I'll take a couple hours, make sure that.
How far?
I'm not doing that for fucking packages. It's got to be walkable, 30 minutes of me waiting in place or you're coming to me.
Right. Was it all in the same neighborhood though? Because for instance, just yesterday, I got a package to my house for somebody else, several blocks away. But I knew that if I went there, they probably had my package.
Let's say it's all within the same neighborhood. There's 12 to 15 to 20 packages. You're going to deliver to 12 houses?
Packages.
Yeah.
No, 20. No, 20.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. I know that
up to 5.
I know that FedEx and Amazon probably will replace these items in one way or another. So I might.
You're saying you're going to walk away with those?
No, I'm saying I might check and see if it's a very extremely nice item. I'm not going to lie. I might take it home.
Yeah. So all of you
knowing that it will get replaced.
It will be replaced. That's why the FedEx driver's doing it, but it is wasteful as fuck. And that's why Zach is
the FedEx driver's going to get fired. All these things seem
he's fucked.
More reasonable to me than what actually happened. This guy, Zach, is suspiciously nice. Did he rob the FedEx truck or just find an abandoned, broken down FedEx truck with the blinkers on? And the driver went to go get gas. And then Zach and his girlfriend just emptied out the truck. And they were like, we're going to come up with this scheme where we're going to call these people, deliver them, pretend like we're the nicest people in the world. And then he got a bunch of cash tips because I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Yeah. He thought someone saw him. So then he got spooked.
Plan B, babe.
That makes a lot more sense to me. I mean, I'd almost rather that be the case because it works out in my brain better than the fact that what he did doesn't even make sense.
It's the holiday season.
I think he's just a nice guy.
All right. Well, he's the opposite of a porch pirate, that Zack Arnwine. He's the yin to their yang or vice versa. So not all people are porch pirates. Some are Zack Arnwines.
Oh, that's good.
This happens every year. Remember, we covered, I think, last year around the holidays, and I think it was Louisiana or somewhere. There was a whole dumping ground for this.
FedEx. All these FedEx people would just go there and throw the package.
They made the employees go on Thanksgiving Day to go help pick up the packages.
Right.
Remember,
they were all over. It was littered because one guy had been scanning them all complete and just dumping them in the woods over the. Yeah, was it Louisiana or Indiana? Yeah, one of the. It was crazy. Yeah.
Well, not on Zack Arnwine's watch.
That's right.
No, if Zach lived in that town, every package would have been delivered on time.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a free car out of this, baby. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Building up that karma.
Sure, he got some cash.
Get a Corolla out of it.
If this guy actually got in contact with me and delivers the thing, and I believe his story, he's getting a 20.
Of course.
Oh yeah. Well, did you see how amazed you were when I brought you that package?
Yeah. He's
You were
amazed.
amazed, weren't
His
you?
girlfriend's amazed in a new fur jacket.
I hope they tipped him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
If it's a new MacBook, I might be keeping it.
Yeah, if it's a MacBook, that's gonna refund it. That's gonna return. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just being honest.
yeah, so there's a cash threshold. You're saying, Wes?
Oh, absolutely.
You're gonna take a peek.
Yes, I'm gonna take a peek.
He's shaking it. He's testing the weight. That
Says
feels about laptop-ish.
Yeah.
He's so pissed when he gets home and it's a book.
It's like a framed family picture.
I gotta retape it.
It's an irreplaceable framed family picture.
Risky thinking.
I'm just gonna drop it near them and place an anonymous call.
Don't let Zach see you do it, Wes.
Yeah.
No, kick my ass.
Yeah. I'm about to amaze you with these fists, buddy. All
He
right.
had a short vocabulary.
Let's move on to the last story of the day. But before that,
Hard, small vocabulary.
Yep. Today's episode was also brought to you by Factor Meal Delivery Service. I know I'm busy, and I'm sure you're busy too, especially around the holidays. So save yourself some time, money, and portion size. As I've said before, if you're like me, and sign up for Factor Meal Delivery. They shop, prep, cook, and deliver to your door so you can enjoy chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals during the holidays, minus the hassle. Plus, with 34 meals per week, including Gourmet Plus, Keto, Calorie Smart, Vegan, Veggie, and 36 plus weekly add-ons, Protein Plus, all that. You have plenty of nutritious, flavorful options to choose from. 2 minutes in the microwave, and I'm eating something way better than I could have cooked myself. Plus, Factor's cheaper than dining out. Put the money you save towards on food towards holiday fun and you time. And thanks to Factor's commitment to ingredients with integrity, you can enjoy flavorful food, chef-crafted meals guilt-free because it's very healthy, great portion sizes, as I constantly say, because it did help me lose some weight. Need a special occasion meal? Gourmet Plus is a perfect solution if you're looking for a fast upscale option done easy. When things get hectic during the holidays, Factor is flexible. You can change your order up to every week with plans from 4 to 18 meals per week, or pause or reschedule your deliveries anytime. It's super easy. Just boom, boom, boom. Press a couple buttons, you're done. In addition to ready-to-eat meals, they have cold-pressed juices, smoothies, energy bites, veggie sides, and more to keep me energized during the frantic holiday times. Also, like I said, the Protein Plus for anybody's looking to bulk up. Also, the flavors. Like, I love spicy food. What do you guys like most about? Like, they make spicy food that's actually spicy enough for me to enjoy, which is great. No other meal delivery service I've ever tried had that.
I mean, I like how everything goes together within the meal, and they make the vegetables really seasoned. Like, I had pork chops and delicious like broccoli with like
sage pork chop.
broccoli. Yeah, sage pork chop, exactly.
The pork chops.
Remember that
So
Penn and Teller show bullshit?
Yeah.
You could put these on a plate and serve them at a fancy restaurant.
Yeah,
and
sure.
people would buy it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The sauces and everything. It's really good. So head to go.factor75.com/hardfactor60 and use code hardfactor60 to get 60% off your first box. That's code hardfactor60 at go.factor75.com/hardfactor60 to get 60% off your first box. And like I've said so many times before, they really did help me during the fatathon to lose that 25 pounds. So
yeah, they're healthy meals for sure.
Delicious, and they can help you lose weight if you're like me, where their meals are much smaller than what you would normally feed yourself.
Yeah.
So
Quality.
go get it. Fantastic stuff. Factor Meal Delivery. Okay, fellas, you might need some weed because robots are about to fuck us up. Seriously. I know Mark's been warning about it for a long time, but
Yeah, Nate Diaz. I'm not surprised.
it's now. It's now. The time is now. Time is nigh. So beep bop, boop bop, load up.
Hey, well, what do I get for being right? Still murdered?
Nothing.
Yeah,
You can just
still
get
murdered
high
by a
and
robot.
be
Yeah.
less nervous about being murdered by a robot.
Yeah.
Especially if you live in San Francisco, because supervisors in San Francisco voted on Tuesday a vote of 8-3 to give city police the ability to use potentially lethal remote-controlled robots in emergency situations. Specifically, they are approved to deliver explosive charges when the cops can't get to a violent criminal and have tried everything they can, but we need to send in the explosive robot instead.
That's
and SFPD, they say that they have absolutely no plans of arming the robots with guns, but
RoboCop.
how long can you be approved to play with one of these things, guys, and not put a gun on it is my question.
That could take out a town.
Yeah.
This is like assisted suicide for crazy people that have locked themselves in a house and refuse to come out.
Yep. And
Yeah,
they'll just
but-
get
but
bombed by a robot.
For the criminal trying to not assisted suicide themselves, it's like getting broken up with via text message. It's embarrassing to get killed by a robot as opposed to like a cop or like a human being.
Oh, but it'll happen now.
You get taken up by a robot that's like getting broken up via like email or text message. It's not even face to face.
Yeah, you think you have them pinned down, and then they just send in the explosive robot dog now.
Yeah. Hey, what do you say we send in the robot and not us?
Yeah.
Anyone else think we should do that?
Unanimous. That's like the 4-day work week. 97%.
Right. Well, it's 8-3 approval too on the city board of San Francisco. So the RoboCop era, everybody, starts now. It is official.
Terrifying.
I think
it is official.
Uvalde Police Department bought 5 of these things.
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, that's probably what San Francisco is arguing, I guess. In other places like New York City, loony bins, insane asylums, are back for mentally ill, violent subway residents who will now be taken to the mental institutions against their will starting now. So big change in America.
Unfortunately, people were getting stabbed against their will or their diarrhea smeared in their face against their will too. So
right.
There's a lot of
Train
against their
tracks.
wills. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thrown into the oncoming subway car against their will. Yeah.
If you said they were going to bring in killer RoboCops in San Francisco and loony bins back in New York City first, those two places in particular, I would have said no fucking way, but here we are.
Neither of these surprises me.
All right. And in China, some more unsurprising and sad news. Their unchallenged ruling Communist Party has vowed to, quote unquote, resolutely crack down on infiltration and sabotage activities by hostile forces, which is the protesters, following the largest street demonstrations in decades by Chinese citizens, fed up with strict antivirus restrictions. And so, guys, let's see how that resolute crackdown is happening in the beautiful city of Guangzhou, formerly part of Hong Kong or just next to Hong Kong. Here's what's going on in the city streets there. This is a legion of white coat police with shields.
Riot squad
approaching the rioters.
That's terrifying.
They look like robots.
Yeah.
They probably got some robots in there with them. They just, like form up, legion, shield, riot.
That's what's about to get fucked up.
Yeah. And so it's just an endless flow of these. Look how many white suit police there are. It's just like full streets of them, hundreds of them, thousands of them coming into the city to just fuck the residents up. Say anything.
Yeah, protest over.
It goes on. But that's what's going on in Guangzhou. Also, this is the camp that they're sending everybody to, the COVID camp that holds nearly 250,000 beds.
Beating some guy in the background.
They're
just shit out of
just beating people. It looks like you get a raw potato.
It's so outrageous that it's funny.
Yeah, you got a raw.
And,
It looks like a chicken coop.
People are shitting.
It looks like they're in a chicken coop.
Yeah, it's a human chicken coop. That's where they're sending all of the. And then there's an aerial shot of it just to show you how big the human chicken coop is that they're sending all of the COVID patients to, which I'm sure protesting now is a side effect
That's
of
what I
COVID.
was going to say. Isn't this,
right?
Wouldn't they be throwing people protesting here?
Oh, no, Mark, definitely not. Right? Definitely not. That's not what the camp's for. It's for
like
COVID.
an Amazon
right,
factory.
Mark? Yeah. It's for COVID, only COVID.
That's a prison.
It's a prison. It's an outdoor prison that they built to put protesters in, and everybody who is protesting probably about to get tossed in a COVID facility. Only a matter of time till China pulls out the robots, to help with all that.
I mean, when they say COVID facility, they didn't say you COVID positive. That's just related to COVID, and you're protesting
COVID exists
policy. So
so does my anger for you as a protester.
Good point.
Good point, right? Technically, they didn't mislabel it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, they're going to pull out the robots soon to deal with those pesky protesters.
That's when, that's when the protest really ends.
That's when it gets real.
For those of you who are listening, there was just guys in literally it looked like a chicken coop, an open air chicken coop with like hay on the ground. It looked like just shitting in buckets.
You're not going to be able to describe it because unless you see the image, you're not going to believe how ridiculous that was.
Yeah. I mean, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and in the first background, there was just two guys in the fully white suits just beating the living shit out of someone on camera, just punching them in the stomach again and again.
Oh, it's going down. Yeah. Remember, they have the weaker camps over in Xinjiang and the other side of the country too. So I mean, they're just camping pros. It up over there. They're just tossing everybody into prison camps.
At keeping people quiet.
Mm-hmm. In fact, guys, they will pull out the robots to deal with these prisoners eventually, but they've already pulled out the spam bots, and they have spammed Twitter with porn. Chinese porn posts to make the videos of the protests and putting down the protests harder to find on Twitter. They're putting out stuff like this with just Chinese chicks saying, I want to find a husband tonight.
Distracting
That'll distract me. I'm already distracted. I forgot. What were we talking about?
Yeah. I don't know, Mark. The CCP wiped it from our minds with the porn bots.
That works.
It does. Finally, guys, robots aren't just having a field day on Earth. They're taking selfies in space with the Orion capsule, the moon, and the Earth all in the same frame.
Now that
robots
looks like
doing that.
Pretty sweet image.
Pretty sweet, right? Robots doing that all by itself. At MIT, they're literally self-replicating robots. They're making what's called a Volex of tiny robots that can do tasks like building other robots while they do whatever else you want them to do.
Problem.
All at the same time.
That's alarming too, because that was mislabeled. It said like robots giving birth to robots. It's not like they can recreate, but what they can do
build themselves.
They can build themselves, and they know they can make themselves larger, and they can teach themselves new tasks and stuff. So like that.
Oh yeah, they can.
That's like just a smart robot, which is not. That's the beginning and the end as well. When the
a little too smart.
When the robot has conscience, once it can
arm themselves and reprint it, and
then it's over.
Yeah, well, it's already over, guys, and I can't prove it, but I'm certain that a robot was involved somehow in freeing the 13 different 50,000-year-old viruses from Siberian permafrost this week. French scientists did that, I'm sure, with the help of a robot. And scientists, and probably robots as well, say that they have to do this research due to climate change and what if this happens, and that there definitely would never be a lab leak of any type of experimental virus research like this. So bring some weed, because the robots are in charge now. You have no choice. You're done. Robots rule the world.
Shit, Will.
Yeah. Hey guys, but we're not going to end on that. At least we know North Korea isn't a threat in the robot age. Here's a video of Kim Jong-un posing in front of a MiG-21. Those were made in 1959, all because his pilot is wearing aviator sunglasses, and he's extremely proud. Thinks he looks like Top Gun.
It's North Korea's JV Tom Cruise.
Yeah, but they're posing in front of a
he's
jet
short like Tom Cruise,
made by Russia in the 50s. So
I would never look cooler than Kim Jong-un next to Kim Jong-un. That's a death sentence.
He made him put the glasses on.
I know.
Look at him.
He's like, hey, you're so good looking, aren't you?
Okay,
hey,
now kill him.
Glasses.
Hey, this guy's so good looking, isn't he?
Yeah. So at least we don't have to worry about North Korea with their 1959 jets. And thanks to all the listeners who submitted.
Sucks North Korea wasn't in the World Cup, because I love watching them lose at things.
Yeah.
When was the last time they were in the World Cup?
They were in it
recently.
Sure. They were in it recently.
North Korea?
Yeah.
People's Republic. Yeah. Oh yeah. They get in sometimes.
They never get out of the first round though.
No, it's always done in group stage.
Don't some of them defect when they get the opportunity?
Yeah, which is also cool.
Yeah. That's the best part. They defect.
Yeah, it's like Cuba. Yeah. That's the best part.
That's really the best part.
Yeah. So don't worry, everybody. It's not that bad.
Can you pull that clip of the chicken coops up again? I want to see it.
You want to see the human
shitting?
chicken
I can't
coops
believe
again?
it. Yeah. Turn it
All right,
with no sound.
Here you go. All right. So it's a little shack where you have a one
Here's the beating.
door thing. Oh,
There's
they're
the
just beating
beating.
a man.
Yeah.
He won't go into his shack.
The chicken coop thing is just.
What is
They
that,
throw
food?
you like potatoes
Food? Yeah, food.
through a little trough in your door. Then
There
they
it
come
is.
and they stick a thing in your mouth.
Look at
That
that.
guy's shitting. They're
And
just
shit.
They're just on like dirt and I mean, that's
Two
a
guys
chicken- It's a
shitting.
chicken coop. Yeah.
Everybody's just shitting in the
loony
yard.
bins, as Will calls them,
Holy
are
moly.
probably even back in the day before they got banned for being gross.
A little better
not
than the
that
chicken
gross.
coop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chicken coop. China's really putting it all out there for display this year and last year. Really, people are just like, if they want to pay attention to it, they can understand what's going on over there. And,
Yeah, I love like the international
human
people.
chicken coops.
The international people are like, you don't do much better, U.S. And it's like, first of all, we do. Yes, we have a ton of flaws and there's some issues, at the border and stuff. But like, we're not insane. Like, we're not like trying to take an entire group of people and to take out their uteri and like what's.
Yeah, we're not chicken cooping our own
You
citizens.
can call your own shit out, China. Like you can, and other people. Like,
Yeah.
no one's perfect, but good Lord, China.
Hey, but Klaus Schwab is says that it's a model what they're doing over there. This chicken
Something.
cooping, this human chicken cooping. It's pretty incredible. Okay. Also, Elon praised them for how hard they work, but maybe tone it back, Elon, with
Look, if you're-
your belief in
China's
freedom
the
of speech,
best-
and now China
China's
is
the
like
best business model,
literally killing everybody.
China's the best business model for a. big
But they'll
corporate
toss you in
guy.
jail if you fucking say
Yeah, but
peep,
Elon just wants to make billions, bro.
if you hold up just a fucking piece of paper.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Free Speech, think about that. All right, here we go. Wheel time.
Wait, who's on the hive?
High five is Will, I think.
Oh, I gotta remove myself.
Yeah. High five is Will.
All right, here we
got
go.
a special guest tomorrow, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I'll keep.
do we?
I'll
Well,
get
there's
in
two. There
contact.
could be two because I think the soup chugger one's on tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Love it. Yeah. Hopefully we have a bunch of special guests. All right, Pat, we'll bring you the cup of coffee in the big time this Friday. That's going to do it for the show today. Our Spotify Wrapped came in like we talked about at the top of the show this week for podcasts, just like it did for everybody in your listening app. And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody, every single one of you, for supporting the show by listening and sharing the episodes. As we said at the top 5% of shares, top 1% of actually actively followed shows. And it's not us, it's you, the Hardo Hive. So thank you.
That's right.
And most importantly, subscribe and 5 stars if you haven't done that already. But most importantly, have a great fucking day.
Hard Factor. Cheat on the news. Patreon.com/Hard Factor.